Hey there, friends. I'm back with another hands-free practice for you today. This one is going to have maybe even a little bit more focus on balance than some of my others, which is saying a lot, right? Because you know I love my balance poses. And the reason I create classes like this for hands-free is just in case, like for myself, I have a little bit of a wonky shoulder from time to time, and on those days where it's maybe just feeling a little bit bothersome and prefer not to do chaturanga, but still want to do something active to practice, a good hands-free class can fit the bill. And it just, gives you a little bit of a different way to practice so that you don't have to skip things altogether. And when I say hands-free, that doesn't mean I won't necessarily use my hands at all. Remember that Olympic gymnasts don't always stick their landings and have perfect balance, so for sure we're not expected to. We might use hands a little bit to catch ourselves for balance in certain poses, so feel free to use your hands as much as you need to. And let's get started. I'm going to start at the top of my mats with just a little bit of warm up from mountain pose. So I'm going to do a side bend to the right, and as I side bend to the right, I'm going to kind of let my head drop over in that direction, and then as I come up and bend to the left, I'm going to sort of semicircle my head over to the other side, and then go from side to side. One more each direction. Okay, and then we'll just come to center and do a little bit of swinging with the arms and twisting from side to side. Not overthinking, just kind of swaying. And kind of let that slow down to come to a stop. And then I'm going to put hands on hips and do a little bit of standing cat-cow. And having hands on hips just helps me to be a little bit more aware of the tilt of the pelvis in particular. All right, so I'll bend my knees just a little bit. As I inhale, I'll go toward my cow shape, my back bend shape. As I exhale, I'll work in the opposite direction, trying to round. Moving back and forth, inhale and exhale. And you can gradually start to add a little bit more movement, like maybe your head up and down. Maybe you are doing a shoulder roll back when you go up and forward when you go down, etc. Maybe you want to add some arm sweeping to the mix. One more time. All right, and we'll stand up tall from here in mountain pose again. And then just look down at your feet and try to really spread your toes and lift them up. From there, let's come up onto the balls of the feet. First balance challenge, and then drop the heels, lift the toes, and maybe shift back a little bit, right? You might have to catch your balance a little bit. And let's try rocking from toes to heels a few times, and you might be able to catch a little bit more of a rhythm with that, and that can help to find your balance. Move slowly, right? This is the first real balance challenge, and moving quickly and trying to just throw yourself into a balance shape does not work, right? Because momentum is going to keep you going, and we don't want to keep going, right? We want to catch that balance. So just, a heads up there. Also talking and doing at the same time often doesn't work for me. So I'll just blame that on my little faltering moments. here, let's see if we can roll the outer edges of the feet to the toes, to the inside edges of the feet, to the heels, and around. So we're getting all the edges of the feet, making sure things are really warmed up. Switch that circling. All right, stand up tall, lift one foot, and let's just make some circles with that ankle a few times in both directions. And then we'll do the other side. Okay, stand up tall, mountain pose, hands on hips, and let's make sure that we're not arching in the lower back, which some of us have more of a tendency to do than others, myself included. So let's think a little bit more down with the tailbone. Okay, from here we're gonna lift the left knee up toward the chest. Try not to let the pelvis move. So really give your hips a good squeeze with your hands and try to keep them still. And then keep that left knee bent, and we're gonna bring the knee down and try to move it back, but without letting the pelvis tilt forward, which is really hard. And we'll try that a few times. Okay, and from that, a little bit back position, bend the standing leg, and then straighten it, back and forth. From the bent knee position, pause. Let's land this in a lunge on the ball of the back foot. Come on up, and again, think a little bit more tailbone down. Reach the arms up, press the palms together. We're gonna straighten the right leg. That's kind of a balance challenge too. As we bend the knee again, we're gonna open the arms wide and twist to the right. And then let's straighten the leg and reach up. And we're gonna go the opposite direction, but let the heel go down for warrior two. And then let's go back forward, straighten. Bend the knee open to the right. Straighten, reach up. Bend the knee, heel down, warrior two. Let's do that one more time. Forward, straighten. Bend, twist. Straighten. Warrior two. Straighten. All right, from here, I'm on the ball of the back foot. I'm gonna try to keep my arms beside my ears as I do a sort of halfway fold, just until I feel some work for that front leg, a little bit more on the back of the leg. And then let's bend the knee and come back up. Lower the back knee down, slowly, slowly. All right, you can release the back toes if you like. All right, let's lunge forward more deeply as we send the arms back. And then let's push into the front leg, straighten it, and flex as we reach the arms forward. Lunge, reach back, straighten, reach forward, back and forth. Last time back, lunge forward, and then come up right in that lunge, hands to hips, tailbone down, curl the back toes under. Let's come back up to our high lunge. Back to that mountain pose knee lift. That was maybe the hardest part of that. And then take that foot down, and we'll try all that on the other side. Okay, hands on hips. Check in with your lower back. Right knee lifts. And then we'll keep the knee bent as we lower it and try to bring it back behind us a little bit, but without letting the pelvis tilt. And then we'll try that back and forth a few times. It's really hard to keep the pelvis still. Okay, from there, bend the standing leg, back and forth a few times. straighten the leg, bend the knee, twist, reach wide, straighten, reach up, open to warrior two. Spin back forward, straighten, lunge and twist, reach back up, straighten, open to warrior two. Pivot back forward, straighten, open, last round, straighten, open to warrior two. All right, spinning back forward, try to keep arms beside the ears, reach down about halfway, and just until you feel more work, as much as you want to have. Come back up, lower the back knee, release the toes. Lunge really deeply, arms back, push back, straighten, arms reach forward, flex the foot, back and forth. Tailbone down. Let's take it back up to a high lunge position and then try to come back forward to that knee lift from mountain pose and take the foot down. Woo! Okay, from here, we're just gonna turn around and face the opposite way. You'll kind of understand why in just a moment. All right. Make sure there's a little bit, just a little teeny space behind you. Okay, this is the big, the ultimate sort of balance flow. All right, so from here, come up onto the balls of your feet again, and then bend the knees. And we're gonna try to keep the heels lifted as we sit all the way down into a little toe squat. Once you're down, it's not so bad, but this is the hard part, going slowly to get down because the quads are really working. You can do whatever with your hands, and you can always take them down for help, which you might, right, really, really soon. So, crazy. Okay, we're gonna try to go from here. We're gonna toe squats to a toe stand with a figure four leg. So we'll be just on the ball of the left foot. So see if you can lift your right and cross over, ankle over the knee. And you can do again whatever you need to with your hands. They could be down. From here, I'm going to try to uncross and sit in a pistol squat. That was probably the hardest transition. Okay, I'm going to push forward and come back up to a knee lift position, but add a twist. So my left leg is up, right hand is outside the leg, twisting to the left. From here, I'm gonna send that left leg back as I let the left hand approach the floor, and it could always come down, and I'm gonna twist to the right, revolved half moon. I'm gonna come back up to that twisted balance position, but this time with a straight leg, and you can grab your foot, revolved, hand to big toe. Let go of the leg. We're going to send it back for regular half moon this time. Right hand is approaching the floor, and it can always come down. All right, that leg in the air. Send it forward and out to the left, fire hydrant. And then we're going to close it in and come to eagle. Bend the knee, left leg on top, left arm under. Dancer, unwrap. Grab the inside edge of your left foot. Reach up tall, find a back bend, lift your foot. Warrior three, let go. Whatever you want to do with your arms. Figure four, cross over like that toe stand position. This time it's the opposite leg. Grab that figure 4 big toe, which is your left foot, with your left index and middle fingers, and extend forward, hand to big toe, the untwisted variation. Let go, bend the knee, send it out for tree pose. Knee forward, fold into standing splits. And you can take your hands down or maybe keep them elevated. Okay, and then we're gonna take a big step back and then bend that back knee and try to go to a pistol squat again by shifting back and lifting that leg or back on the left foot. And then let's try to take the right foot down so we're in a squat of sorts. And then let's come back to the toe squat so we can do the other side. Woo. Make sure you're breathing. I had to remind myself of that too. Okay, so I'm gonna try that toe stand on the right leg. And again, like you could take your hands down. I'm just gonna kind of see what happens to get crossed over. Here we go, I had to take my hands down. All right, you can keep them down or you can see what happens. And we'll try to find a pistol squat, uncrossing, heel down. That side's always harder for me. Okay, I'm gonna push forward, plant the left foot, lift the right knee, twist. Revolved half moon, right leg goes back, twisting to the left, right hand near the floor or on the floor. All right, I'm gonna come back up to that twist, but do a straight leg this time, or straight-ish. Revolved, hand to big toe. Let go, half moon, untwisted. Leg reaches out for fire hydrant. Eagle. Right arm under. Dancer. Warrior 3, your choice for arms. Try to level the hips. Figure 4. Almost there. Grab that big toe, same side. Standing hand to big toe. Let go. Bend the knee, send it out, tree. Knee forward, fold, standing splits. Step back, and then we'll shift back maybe to a pistol squat. And then we'll try to get the left foot down, squat. You can widen it. Woo! My legs are dead. All right, we're gonna sit from here. Bring the legs forward. You can get centered on mat. All right, breathe into the sitting bones, flex your feet forward, fold. You may notice, maybe it's just me, I don't know, my heart is beating pretty fast, and we weren't moving fast, right? Interesting. All right, lift up, round your back and roll down. Reach your arms overhead. Press your belly down and lift back up. And let's go back down. Press down and lift up. Again. It feels really good to be doing this and not standing on my legs anymore. All right, from here, I'm gonna get all the way on my mats. And we'll stay down and just hug the knees and rock from side to side. And then let's take the feet down, knees bent, feet fairly wide. Let's do some windshield wipers from side to side. Let's stay to the right. Maybe if you want to add a little more stretch for your left leg, figure four leg, right leg crosses over and kind of pushes down a little bit more. You can reach your arms overhead if you like. Having the left arm reaching up high adds just a little bit of a nice side stretchy sort of feel. Okay, let's uncross. Lift up in windshield wiper to the left, and maybe you want to add a crossover to push down a little on your right leg. Okay, let's uncross. Let's just lift the legs up toward the ceiling and do some flexing and pointing with the feet. And some circling the ankles. All right, let's release and get set up in Shavasana. Much deserved rest. Close your eyes and let everything go. Even your breath, just let it be natural. And let yourself rest. deep breath. And wiggle fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretch along. Hug the knees in and rock. Roll over to one side and rest there. And gently press to seated. Close your eyes and bring your hands together at your heart. Take a moment to reflect and acknowledge your effort and your courage to try new things. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to practicing with you again soon.